We have just entered Eterna City. Now, this person, I would have spoken to her last video, but her line of text is pretty long, and that's because she's going to give you all the fossils from generations 1 through 4. So I figured I might as well talk to her in this video and not last video because I would have to cut the video right in the middle of me talking to her, and I didn't want to have to do that. Okay, yes, I'm going to take those fossils off your hands. So I'm going to get 3 of each fossil except for the old amber because I'm just going to get 1 old amber and that's it. Okay, so speaking of the old amber, she's going to want to see an Aerodactyl. So that means I'm going to have to go back to Orberg City and revive the old amber into Aerodactyl. But I can't do that right now because at the end of Cycling Road, there's actually a blockade there preventing me from getting to Orberg City from the Cycling Road. So that means it looks to me like I have to beat Jupiter in order to get to Orberg City from the Cycling Road. So until then, the old amber is just going to stay in my bag. Okay, so hopefully I remember to come back to this lady because once she does see an Aerodactyl, she's going to give me another gift. What is it? Well, you'll find out later. Okay, this guy here is the Underground Man who's going to give me the Explorer Kit, so that way I can go to Sinnoh's Underground. But as I said, I can't go underground on an emulator because I simply can't. I don't know how other people manage to pull this off, but for me, I just can't do it. Well, anyway, if you were to go underground, then there's a variety of things that you could do there, such as dig for treasure, start a secret base, because, yeah, secret bases come back from Generation 3, play with your friends, play capture the flag, and possibly some other stuff, too. Okay, looks like he wants me to do some sort of challenge. Even though I can't do it, I'm just going to say yes anyway. Okay, I believe he's going to want me to go underground and then come back. Depending on what you do underground determines what kind of items you're going to get from him. There's actually one item in particular that you might consider getting, and that's called the Digger Drill. So if you have the Digger Drill, then that means you get to drill a hole in the wall so that way you can start your secret base right from the get-go. Okay, this kid is talking about armor fossils and skull fossils. These 2 fossils are supposed to be version exclusives in Diamond Pearl. In Diamond version, you can only find skull fossils, which get revived into Cranidos, and Pearl version, you can only find armor fossils, which get revived into Shieldon. But Platinum, I think, is a little bit different. I believe your trainer ID has to end with either an odd or even number, and depending on what that number is, determines what fossil you're going to get, whether it's the skull fossil or the armor fossil. Okay, here we have Rat Rickshaw Cycle Shop, but the owner's not here right now. He's over at the Team Galactic building. I don't know what he's doing there. I guess maybe he's just confronting them. Well, anyway, even if he was here, I don't need to get a bicycle from him because I already have one, because I got one all the way back at the beginning of the game, so odds are, he's going to give me something different. Oh yeah, just to let you know, you can only use the Explorer Kit outside. You can't go underground inside of a building. You can only do this outside. Okay, so some of the treasures that you can find underground consist of, let's see now, Arceus Plates, Shards, Elemental Stones, Hard Scales, let's see, what else, no, I said hard skulls already. Fossils, yeah, definitely fossils. Revives, yeah, because revives are down there for some reason, don't know why. And one other item that I'm going to come back to in just a second. Nest balls, huh? You know, I think maybe Rotom's level might be either 15 or 20, so that means I think nest balls will work pretty good on Rotom, but I haven't decided whether or not I want to buy nest balls yet, so once I make my decision, I'm going to come back here and buy some nest balls. Okay, I hope this doesn't burn a huge hole in my wallet. Okay, you're not selling anything new, so I'm just going to move on. Okay, anyway, one other item that you can find in the underground is a sphere. Spheres are used as currencies, that way you could buy certain items from the hikers who are also underground. And every now and then, I believe the hikers could possibly sell you a digger drill, but depending on what kind of sphere the hikers want, yeah, it might be kind of hard to get the digger drill from the hikers. Okay, the spheres come in various colors and sizes. I can't really tell you what kind of sizes that the spheres can come in because, yeah, there's a whole bunch of them, but I can't tell you what color spheres that are down there. Let's see, red spheres, blue spheres, green spheres, prism spheres, and possibly maybe another color. I don't quite remember. Okay, this guy is the official name rater. Well, you should know what he does by now. He rates the nicknames of your Pokemon, and then you can change the name of your Pokemon to whatever you want it to be. Okay, this kid here wants to trade my Snow for his Chatot. I guess it's a pretty good trade because I guess Chatot has a edge on the Eterna City gym. But at the same time, so does Snow but I believe Chatot base stat total is a little bit higher than Snowrun, so yeah, I guess maybe you'll do well with Chatot if you were to use it at the Eterna City gym, since all of Snowrun's stats are just 50 across the board. Yeah, I don't think Snowrun is going to get very far. So yeah, I guess maybe Chatot is the way to go. Except that Chatot's defenses aren't very good either, but I'm pretty sure Snowrun's defenses are slightly higher than Chatot. So if you want to if you want to get that Chatot, then feel free to do so. Okay, this person here is going to give me the TM for Recycle. I don't think too many people use this move, although I am going to tell you what it does. If you were to use an item like, say, a berry, and you use the move Recycle, then that item's going to come back to you, like, say, the berry I just mentioned. Yeah, I only mentioned this because I have used this move back in the Battle Subway in Pokemon Black, and that move kind of served me well. But for in-game purposes, yeah, it's not very good. So, yeah, don't waste your time trying to teach that to any of your Pokemon. Anyway, there's actually another item that you could possibly find when you're digging for treasure, but that's only in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And that is a statue. Okay, so a statue, if you find a statue, it could be a statue of a certain Pokemon, and if you were to put that statue in your secret base, then that's going to increase your chances of finding a certain Pokemon that's the same typing as the statue that you put in your secret base. Like, for instance, if I want to find a Togepi, then I have to put a statue of a fairy type Pokemon in my secret base, so that way maybe I could possibly find Togepis more often. I'm only mentioning Togepi because it took me forever to find a Togepi in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. But don't worry, I managed to find it, even though it did take me quite a while, and I managed to find one with Serene Grace, because I did want one with Serene Grace and a Perfect Nature. Let's not forget that. Okay, there's nobody in this house yet. There is going to be somebody in here later on. Okay, this is the Eterna City gym, but as you see, the guy who's usually inside the gym is blocking the entranceway. And that's because Gardenia is not here right now. She's over in Route 216. What is she doing over there again? I don't really remember. Okay, she went to go look for some Grass-type Pokemon. I think the only Grass-type Pokemon on Route 216 is Snover. Oh yeah, that reminds me. In a previous version of Renegade Platinum, Gardenia would have been standing at the entrance of the Eterna City gym instead, and she would have asked you to go to Route 216 so that way you could capture a Snover and then show it to her, and only then could you be able to challenge her. But this time around, I have to go to Route 216 just to fetch Gardenia and have her go back to her gym. Okay, this guy is Professor Rowan's assistant. I believe he's going to give me an item if I registered 150 Pokemon in my Pokedex, but I don't think I have that many Pokemon registered yet. 142? Okay, I'm short by 8 Pokemon. But don't worry, I'm going to fill up my Pokedex before you know it, so that way I can get whatever item I'm going to get from that guy. I believe it's supposed to be the TM for False Swipe, if I'm not mistaken, or I could be wrong about that, so don't quote me on it. Oh, look who's here, it's Barry again, who plows right into me. Could you stop running into me? Gee, who does that all the time? Okay, anyway, he's going to take me over to the Pokemon statue. I believe that statue is supposed to be a statue of Dialga. Okay, look who else is here, Cyrus. Yeah, you may remember him. You saw him back at Lake Verity, so it looks to be like he's putting more pieces together so that way he could go on with his little diabolical plan involving the Sinnoh's legendaries later on in the game. Okay, so in Pokemon Pearl version, I believe this would have been a statue of Palkia instead. I'm not really sure why there's a statue of Dialga in Pokemon Platinum. If anything, maybe it could have been Garatina or something. I don't know, or maybe that would have spoiled something. Okay, now, maybe, I guess Barry's going to give me some sort of tip on how to become a better trainer. Okay, what is it? Make certain all your attacks hit, avoid enemy attacks for sure. I can only avoid enemy attacks for so long, so if you ask me, I don't think this is very good advice. So yeah, I'm just going to stick to what I'm going to do the most, and just fight trainers, and hopefully do my best. Okay, if you're playing Diamond or Pearl, then there would have been some sort of descriptive plate under the statue, but it looks like it's been torn off. Okay, I'm willing to bet that Team Galactic did that, or maybe it was Cyrus, I don't know. Anyway, that descriptive plate is gone, but it's not gone forever, because I believe somebody in that house that I'm about to go into, I believe they're going to tell me what was on that descriptive plate. Okay, I don't think it's this guy, I believe it's the guy to the right, and not that old lady. Okay, no, it's not him, so it must be him. Okay, yep, it's definitely this guy. Okay, so it looks like he's going to tell me what the inscription said about Dialga, which I'm pretty sure is what it said back in Diamond version. Creation of Dialga, giver of time, yes, the deity of time, we all know that. In laughter there is tears, and likewise, the same time flows, the blessing of Dialga. Okay, looks like there was more, but looks like he forgot. Okay, now we're going to hear the inscription about Palkia. Okay, Palkia is the deity of space, as we all know. Birth of Palkia, creator of parallel dimensions, alive yet not alive, rips in space, to arrive in the same universe, the blessing of Palkia. Okay, now he heard some people talk about a third inscription. You would think that maybe there was a statue of Gardenia, but I'm not really sure if there was a statue of Gardenia long before I even came to Eterna City. Not that it matters anyway, because if there was a statue of Gardenia here, then I'm pretty sure maybe it would spoil something, as I said. Okay, I don't think there's anything over here, and that only leaves me with one more building. Oh yes, if I was playing the original games, then there would have been a Draco plate behind the statue, but it's not there anymore. As for the Arceus plates that you would have got in the original games, there's actually another way that I'm going to get those respective plates, but I'm not going to get them until much later in the game. Anyway, over here we have the herb shop. Okay, so all these items here, well, they're pretty much the equivalent to the standard items. Okay, the heal powder, that's the equivalent to the full heal, super potion, hyper potion, and max revive. But the only difference is you can't buy max revives in stores. Okay, you can use any of these items on your Pokemon to restore their health or heal off their status at the cost of their happiness. So, if you're trying to evolve a Pokemon that evolves by happiness, then you don't want to give that certain Pokemon these herbal medicines because that's just going to lower their happiness. And you don't want that, do you? Oh yeah, I will admit, I used these items years ago, especially the Revival Herb, because I couldn't believe that there was an item that's the same as the Max Revive. Oh, look who else is here. A certain somebody that a lot of people seem to have a crush on. Not really sure why. Anyway, this person here, her name is Cynthia. She's also a trainer like me. And also, aside from being a trainer, she's also, what is she again? Mythology. She's somebody who studies Pokemon mythology. Okay, so since we're going to be learning a little bit about the legendaries of the Sinnoh region, odds are we're going to see Cynthia quite a few times. Okay, since I said she's a trainer, I'm not really sure if she really does any battling all that much, but who knows, maybe we'll battle her somewhere down the road. Anyway, she's going to give me an item, and that item is the TM for Cut. But as I said, there are no cut trees in this game, so yeah, Cut is not really going to do me any favors. Although, I believe maybe Cut has been made into a grass-type move in this game. I'm not 100% sure on that, so once I'm done talking with Cynthia, I'm just going to check to see if Cut is indeed a grass-type move in this game. Okay, let me just see, because in games like this, yeah, a lot of moves have been modified so that way they're another type. Okay, yes, Cut is a grass-type move. So if you feel like you want to teach Cut to your Pokemon, then feel free to do so. Just remember that the move deleter is over in Orebrook City and not Candelabra City. Okay, this guy here is blocking the entrance to the Team Galactic Eterna building because there are no cut trees in the area anymore. Okay, obviously I can't go in here yet because I don't have the forest badge, and he assumes that my Pokemon are weak. Okay, how does he know that? I haven't fought him yet. Okay, anyway, at least I can get this item, the TM for Thief. Yeah, I definitely could have used this item back in the Eternal Forest, where I could have stolen a few lucky eggs from Cheryl's Chansey. But what's done is done. Okay, so I guess that's everything in Eterna City, so I'm going to move on to Route 211 because I'm required to do so, since, as the guy in front of the gym said, Gardenia is over on Route 216, so that means I have to go all the way there just to have her come back to her gym. Yes, I'm going to Route 216 very early in the game. I'm not supposed to go over to that route for quite a while, but I guess maybe Gyro made a little bit of, I guess he made a little bit of modification, so that way we can go to the snowy area very early in the game. Okay, I believe there's supposed to be an item right over here. Okay. Yep, I figured as much because, well, if there's no grass in a certain area, then there's got to be an item in that particular spot. Okay, I don't think I have enough time to fight any trainers on Route 211, so looks like I'm going to have to save the trainers for next time. Okay, I did see somebody in the northernmost area of Route 211. I believe that's supposed to be a Ninja Boy. But as I said, I can't fight that Ninja Boy quite yet. I'm going to have to save him for next time. Okay, so next time, we're going to fight the trainers on Route 211. See you all next time.